No one outside of Dominica would have thought that we would be where we are today after they saw the images of our country the morning after Hurricane Maria inflicted destruction on our island. Our chances of survival and revival were written off by many, and it gives me great pride as a Dominican to say that Dominica is still standing tall. 1 year later, we must let the world know that Dominica is indeed flourishing, as thousands of residences are being rebuilt or rehabilitated in accordance with new building codes. Agriculture has rebounded, our roads and bridges are open, communication have been restored island-wide, and the cultural industry is vibrant again. Just 1 year later, we must tell them that the Botanical Gardens, where we stand today, has already begun being restored to what it was before, and a committee is in place to take it to another level. Under this committee, chaired by Mr. Rupert Serendo, the gardens will be comprehensively rehabilitated and re-established as the most beautiful green space in the entire OECS and the wider Caribbean. With the design of the Botanical Gardens Link Road being finalized, I want to assure you today that we are going to experience a significant ease from the traffic congestion in the city of Roseau. The committee is developing a full plan for the gardens, which will involve replanting trees, modern landscaping, designing a recreational and urban park for locals and tourists alike to enjoy. Having a refurbished green space will influence our health as a nation, because there's a direct correlation between having public green spaces and the likelihood that we will exercise. A vitalized park will provide a space for Dominicans to interact with one another and to host community activities like farmers market, flea market, and concerts, and activities such as this one today. These types of events will help build pride around the community and the neighborhood. In light of this, after the cancellation of Kweyol in the park, this government, your government, step up and take the mantle to ensure that our cultural calendar does not feel incomplete or have any voids. On this note, I want to thank Flo for its significant support of the cultural industry over the years. In fact, even when faced with their own constraints this year, they still came on board as a sponsor for this event. So we must give them a round of applause. I would like to thank the Ministry of Tourism and specifically also the Division of Culture for the leadership they have shown in organizing such an activity in a very short space of time. This shows that we are resilient people and will always rise to the occasion. It is with this resilience and the creativity that I want us to challenge ourselves and ask ourselves, what is stopping us from having a mini golf course within the Botanical Gardens? What is stopping us from having a world-class water feature here with a rose garden as a centerpiece? What is stopping us from creating a masterpiece in the Botanical Gardens? In building back better, we must remember that for everything we do, consideration must be given towards being resilient. Hurricane Maria showed us that climate change is real. The concept of resilience originally referred to improving our engineering and making sure that our infrastructure could undergo external stresses or shocks without breaking or losing functionality. But today, I would like us to consider the fields such as psychology, information technology, ecology, business, and even culture, as this year's Kweyol Festival will show. Let us be inspired by the fact that despite the natural disasters we endured in the past, certain aspects like our cultural identity remain fully intact. Let us build on this and similarly maintain other aspects of our country as to who we really are as Dominicans. Culturally, for example, always remember that we created Kweyol and Kadas music right here in Dominica, and today it is still alive. And as far as our diversity and heritage preservation go, we are the cultural capital of the Caribbean. Even with all disasters over the years, there is no other island which has an entire designated space or community preserved, which is preserved and their livelihood restored, like our indigenous people, the Kalinago people in the Kalinago territory. To show what a melting pot we are, in addition to the Kalinagos, we can boast of a strong African cultural heritage in Grand Bay, cocoa in Wesley and Marigot, and a strong French connection in Vecaz. All of these pieces of the puzzle come together to make us who we are and how we can be viewed by the world. So with this at the front of our minds, let us celebrate our 40th year of independence and pat ourselves on the back for the tenacity, strength, compassion, and resilience we have continually shown over the course of our history. Thank you. Enjoy Kweyol Rendezvous.
Thank you so much, the Honorable Joseph Isaac.